Okay, 1974 Corvette C3. So what I'm going to do today is remove the center dash or the center console of it. The clock is not working. That little baby here is not working. I want to test it and replace it if it is an item issue, if it's not functional anymore. If it is functional, then I need to check the wiring. But for that, to have access to that, I need to remove the center console, and that will start with the top part, the vent and washer part. You have 5 screws here. You have one that is located right here. You have another one right here, number 2, number 3 on the opposite side. Then you have one here, and the 5th one is right here. So let's remove that part first. Put them in your ashtray so you don't lose any screws. It's always a good trick to make sure they're placed in the right spot. Finish with the top screw, because it's holding basically that thing in position. Don't lose it. There we go. With a screwdriver, and here it will drop. That's the reason why I'm finishing with the top one. You have 2 connectors behind her. One connector, so remove that one for the wiper. And this is a bulb, just unclip. And then you have that entire piece that is taken apart. I will use the opportunity to clean it completely inside and before I put it back together, but other than that, it's pretty good shape. So I'll put that out of the way, just so that they're not hanging. And now let's remove the bottom part. So we have one screw right here, we have another one right here, one right here, number 4 right here, and let's remove those 4 screws and see if we can get that console out. But here it's already loose with those 3 screws. Let's go. Right there, you slide your finger behind and you should hear a pop. Here we go. You see little groove right here. There is a snapping point right here. So to finish disassembling that part, if I don't mistake, there are 2 studs right here, and I'm not sure how to reach them. I know that some can remove the post radio. So what I'm going to do first is delicately remove that and see if I can access it from the bottom. There we go. There is still something holding that. There we go. That's that part right here. Was hooking underneath. So see, I can remove that pretty easily. Couple of screws. Okay, I can keep that together, and that's a little light. Little bulb. I'm not even sure that one is working. I so rarely drive that car. You know that it's always during daytime. Yeah, that one is actually good. Yeah. Yeah, the filament is very good. There we go. The wiring, I'm not sure. I never drive it at night, so I'm not even sure which light is working, which light is not. Okay. So, first of all, okay. But now you have some side plates, and that may be where I will get the access. You can see those on the other side. I can fill them in right here as well. Oh my gosh, the access. The access is not very convenient at all. So you have one screw right here, one right here, same on the other side. I think that's all. Is there anything holding that in place? Okay, so what I will do is take a pic of the connection. I do that all the time. The easiest way, because it's so easy to unplug things and then it's okay, how was it, you know, even if it's obvious. So it's clipped. Here we go. That's a little bulb as well. I'm going to use the opportunity to check it. It's always those. Be very careful with the seat. So removing is the easy part. Putting it back together, it's gonna be interesting because you have to line up all those little holes in an area where you don't have access. We go. So that strip was already a little bit damaged, so it's making it easier, but still it's broken. Okay, so according to what I feel, obviously, if you have the studs, it's not obvious, but it's attached apparently on that part. So no matter how you disassemble that here, everything is in one piece. Ah no, tricky access. Cannot show if you see those studs, or those screws have two on each side. Yeah, we see them. So those when the access is exceptionally boring to reach. It's going to be amazing, but once I got those, then the rest looks like it's going to be a piece of cake. So let's get on those. Won't be able to get the camera on it. So I need to find a way to remove that module. I'm going to take that part out first, because when I reach right here, those are actually pretty close. So that's where I need to access those. That's going to be the easiest. It's going to be very tricky from the side right here. Need to access those from here and remove them. But I got two right here, and I got two on that side as well. So let's go and remove the vent control, the vent and heating control. Here we go. I'm going to put back those screws. On the plate. I would use the opportunity to grind and treat that plate. As soon as you do a job, you know, take your time, do the right as much as you can. So let's take care of that later. Can fill those, but the thing is that taking that apart will be doable. Putting it back together is going to be a lot harder if I don't have a better access. But I have no clue how that is attached over there. I have no clue how, but I think it's all about cables. Okay, so that's not a thing, but at least I got a little bit more access here. I use a ratchet. So I'm trying to find the size of the socket and figured out that one was apparently loose. If I'm doing that right, hopefully I don't lose that piece. Not sure what I got in my hand, but it's okay, so directly not too tight, because I was able to remove that just like with a socket without a ratchet. So I put those right there as well. That's a tricky part. .3/8, so I'm gonna use that one. No way I can hold the socket and go. So here are the 4 studs. So I was able to get number 1 pretty easily. Number 2 is stuck, but it's actually a 3 rotating screws. I don't even know what the use of that one is. So number 2 and 3 same. Number 1 and 4 are pinching this casing right here in between, right here in that little gap. So basically you slide it in, tighten it and pinch that together. which could just be slided, you know, without the screws. But anyway, so number 1 I got it, number 2 is stuck but I don't need to get it, number 3 I got it, it was a waste of time, it's useless. And the one I cannot get is that one. I was able to slide it back and pop it out, though I still need to unscrew that, because this is what those two 1 and 4 are holding the entire center dashboard on that frame right here. So I'm gonna get on that right now and go from there. So one more that is holding the radio is that one right here, on which I'm putting the socket. I need to remove that one, is holding that bracket, holding the radio module that is on that. Here we go. Can put that one on again. So I don't know if those one have another purpose, but those one were useless. That one is a different size, and that one was loose right at the beginning. Okay, I tighten it a little bit better so it's not a rattling. Yeah, that direction. 1974, everything is dated. That's good. You got 2 screws on the bottom, 2 screws here, and that should be all what is holding that module at the back. Okay, so size is a quarter. You have apparently 4 of them. I got the 4 screws out, and of course one thing not to forget for the clock, that little knob right here. If you don't take that apart, you won't get the module out. So let's do that. So you have 2 screws on the back plate of the clock. Trying to get the first one. I took a pictures before, like several pictures, to make sure I remember where all the cables are going. Here we are. I have that clock out. Okay, I'm gonna test it and see if I can test it and see what I can do on that. And go from here.